Thanks for tuning into Heavy today. Today we've got a very special guest from the US called Vox Realis, who has just released his debut single Overkill, and already the future is looking very bright indeed. So, Vox, thanks for joining us.
It's great to be here. Thank you for this opportunity to talk about my music.
My absolute pleasure. So, as I say, you released your debut single Overkill not long ago on October 24th. So, it's only been 5 days, mate, but how's the early reception been?
It's been really great. The feedback from fans on social media has been amazingly supportive. I don't know if there's a teen progressive metal instrumental category to really judge it by, but the consistent feedback is, wow, keep going, keep writing. So overall, very positive.
I think the good thing about it too, like when it first came across my desk, like your age was obviously front and center in the press release, but as soon as I put it on, that became irrelevant because it was just about the music and it was about what you were doing with the music. And it doesn't matter whether you're 2 or 12 or 13 or 30. The music speaks for itself. You've done well.
Thank you.
No worries. So can you dive into the song a bit deeper for us musically and tell us what you were going for?
Yeah, so in this single, I knew that I needed to, find my own voice, and I wanted to make sure that was in my head was represented in the song. And I'm really particular about tones, and so I really just embraced an ab-cab song structure so it's accessible to listeners, but I can still get what I want out of my head into the song. And so this song is full of emotion, and I really had lots of fun with the different effects and the drive and really capturing what I was feeling. And school and life is pretty hard at 13, and this song is my first attempt to communicate those sometimes conflicting and really big emotions.
Yeah. And then did you write all of the instruments or just the guitar?
I wrote all of it. So the origin story is on the last day of seventh grade. I hopped on a plane to Helsinki to shred with my mentor Kiko Loureiro at his annual guitar experience. That was really fun. And then right after that, I went to Musicians Institute in LA for a week. And so when I finally made it home to Seattle, I was so incredibly energized from being around so many incredible musicians that I just sat down and wrote Overkill in one sitting. All the lead lines, rhythms, structure, emotions. It just came pouring out of me, is what you could say.
I don't want to put too much pressure on you, mate, because it is your first song, but is it just a standalone song or is it part of a potential album or EP in the future?
It is a standalone single, but it's a good start. I really didn't want to miss the chance to capture what I feel at 13 and how that sounds.
Yeah. No, and you're looking through it, you've got some pretty high profile people playing with you on the song. So tell us who they are and what they brought to the actual song Overkill.
So this is really cool and actually kind of a dream come true for this. So my first call that I made was to my producer, Adair Daufenbach. He's worked with Megadeth and Angra before, and I had met him a few times. So I kind of knew that we would work really well together, and it was absolutely amazing to work with him. He was a really good producer, and he added these little touches here and there that really elevated the song and my goal and the vision that I was really trying to achieve there. And so Adair actually works with Dirk Verbeuren, the drummer from Megadeth. So when Dirk heard my song and my little home recording, he offered to do the drums, which was unbelievable to have Dirk Verbeuren
Yeah.
play on my song. So it was amazing. He added some ruthlessness and speediness to it that, again, elevated this song. And then finally, the amazing bass player, Felipe Andreoli, said yes too. So his track that he laid down really grounds the song with his bass. So overall, working with this legends was unbelievably cool.
I've got to say, mate, like you're taking it all in your stride pretty well for a young fella, like you're not fanboying over any of this, you're not getting egotistical, you're taking it really well, mate. Like I know people twice your age would be sitting now saying like, look at me, but you're taking it in your stride very well, mate. Good on you.
Thank you. Yes, I do get that a lot. but in a very positive way. Everyone is so supportive and excited to see where this all goes. They also recognize that I'm young and, all this guitar needs to be my choice, but it is. And I am only 13, but my parents, my mentors, and my teacher, they all help me keep like, a balanced life and encourage me to embrace the long and patient journey that is becoming a musician. So
Good stuff. And I notice there's no vocals on the song Overkill, mate. So is that because you want to focus just on the instrumental side of things for now, or do you plan on introducing them?
um well, it's that and combined with right now, my voice kind of sounds like a squirrel on helium. And combined
There's a
with the
market
voice
for
crack,
that. There's a market
yeah,
for that.
and combined with all the voice cracks, I think I'll just, wait till I'm older. I, I don't know if I have a good voice. I guess I could be, I don't know, like a Bon Jovi or something like that, but it's really too early to tell.
Yeah. So your main passion is just the guitar. You're not really that focused on singing as well just yet.
Yeah, so far.
Yeah, too easy. Now, you picked up the electric guitar when you were just 7 years old, mate. So, are there other musicians in your family that made you want to play, or did you just want to play?
There are no other guitarists in my family. Um, the legend has it is that I found a toy guitar when I was 2 years old, and I just kept dragging it with me everywhere and playing it everywhere. And I think the breaking point for my parents was when I asked my mom to tune it. So that's when Santa showed up with a Fender Squire, and that's where my guitar journey truly started, and I've loved it ever since, and it's a great friend.
Yeah, and most kids at that age, mate, though, they're playing sport or they're playing games on their iPads. But what made you decide to focus on guitar instead? Like, it's not what every kid does, and it's not the easy way to do things.
I actually do all of that too. I am actually on a premier soccer team and I play Nintendo, Super Mario Kart, of course. Add in school and homework, and it is a lot, but I am pretty efficient with my time. So, yeah, I
Yeah,
do it all.
you do it all. I'm just going to throw this one in, Ray. But like, were you self-taught initially, or did you get lessons to start off with?
I started out with lessons.
Hmm. What's like for a young person? Like, what's the difference between teaching yourself at that age, I guess, and getting lessons? Like, does it sort of fast track things at all, or?
I would say it probably depends. But having a teacher is a great start because they really understand the instrument and they can start you on the path that you want to go on and
Yeah,
give you the fundamentals and, correct your technique and everything. And it's a really nice foundation to start with a teacher, is what I would say.
yeah, nice. Now, there's a big difference between being a kid and picking up a guitar and having a bit of fun, and then deciding that you're going to write your own song and you're going to release it, mate. So, like, at what point did you feel comfortable enough with what you'd learnt and what you were doing that you decided that you're going to take that next step?
Um, you know, I don't know if I am good enough or if you ever feel good enough as an artist to, take that next step, but I'm passionate about it and I feel like that's all that matters. I mean, when I was 10 years old, I taught myself the Crazy Train solo, and I was really kind of just connected with all things Randy Rhoads. And so when I posted it on social media, Kathy Rhodes left a comment and she said, Randy would be proud. I should know he's my little brother. And, it's such a small thing, but she knows what good guitar sounds like.
Oh, yeah.
So I think that was really the first moment where I thought, hey, maybe I do have something special here.
Yeah, wow, that's so cool. You spoke about it before, but you list Megadeth's Kiko Loureiro as your mentor. So when you say mentor, what does that mean? What has he helped you with so far?
Pretty much everything. I mean, Kiko is amazing. So I first met Kiko 2 years ago when he posted about an opening spot in his mentorship program. I didn't think he would say yes because I'm a kid and all and it's made for adults, but he did. So we meet every 2 weeks and talk about pretty much everything guitar, like guitar technique, guitar music theory, song structure, jazz, classical, commercial considerations. I mean, it's truly everything. And I don't think I would be so far along in my journey without his guidance.
Mm.
So, and I've learned so much from him, and he also has an amazing community that he's created at the Kiko Loureiro Guitar Club and the KLGA, and it's a wonderful place, and it's really supportive for a young artist like me.
Yeah, right. Do you find like he goes hard on you, or do you think he goes a little bit soft on you because you're only just starting out?
He goes full out on me. I ask him to. You
Nice.
know, when we first met, sometimes he'd be like, Henry, if you want, we can slow down a little bit. I'm just like, no, keep going. I want this. I want this. Keep going. Keep going. Give me more. So definitely does not go easy on me.
Yeah, cool. You've got a lot of influences. We've spoken about a few of them, but there's guys like Ozzy, there's Zach Wild, you got Iron Maiden and Megadeth. But as a young person without that overall worldly experience, like how difficult is it for you to take that inspiration and then make your own music out of it?
I mean, if you are at all familiar with American middle school, you know that it's very difficult, and you definitely need a little Children of Bodom, a little Megadeth, a little Ozzy Osbourne to get through the day. It's pretty crazy and unpredictable and tough to handle. And even though it's not a worldly experience, out in the real world on your own, I feel like you can still see these examples and take what they mean from their song and, apply it in real life and see, maybe even a scaled down version of what they're talking about. So that's what I mean.
I find that quite interesting that you're saying like what they're talking about. Like most people, like that's music. You're talking about them talking through music, which it's fascinating. Like a lot of people just listen to the lyrics and that's music for them. But the way you're speaking about the music talking to you, like that's next level, mate.
Yeah, I mean, music is a story. You can write a story, you can make a poem about a story, or you can make a song about a story. I'm sure there's more, but this is like the big categories for me. And so, a song is a really interesting and beautiful way to tell a story, but still at the same time in a way that no one has ever or really ever will, because it's your song. The
Mm.
amount of effort and notes and riffs and choruses and chords and drums that you add, it makes it unique, but at the same time relatable to the point where I can relate to it, and somebody else in Australia can relate to it too.
Yeah, so cool. Now you've also got your own YouTube show as well called Metal for Breakfast. Like that sounds like a great way to start the day to me. Tell us more about it.
Yeah, so during the pandemic, I would practice my guitar every day right after breakfast. So when I started posting my progress online, I named the show Metal for Breakfast. I mainly play iconic solos, and it really took off on Instagram and TikTok, and the metal community was so supportive and still is. And I really learned that metalheads are everywhere, and it's a wonderful community. And I definitely would not have come this far without this much support from that community.
Yeah. What's the basic structure of the show? Like, do you just pick a song that you want to play and you play it, or is people ringing in and asking for songs? Is it interactive?
It's mainly it's a combination of what I want to play, what Kiko recommends, a guitar teacher recommends, or someone in the comments recommends, and I check them out, and I find a cool solo or a cool song.
Right.
So it's all the little bits combined together, which is what guides my choice as to what I play next.
Yeah, nice. Now, not long ago, you became the first ever recipient of the Musicians Institute Summer Program Scholarship for Contemporary Music. Now, that is a hell of a mouthful. What did
Yes.
what did you get for receiving that?
So, first of all, it was a huge privilege to receive that and a great honor. So I had to submit my performances for review, and after they heard me play, they really believed in me, and then they gave me the scholarship, and that paid for my entire tuition at their summer program.
Oh, nice. So, what sorts of things do you reckon that opens up for you as a young emerging artist? Like, where does that sort of send you from here?
In their programs, I got to meet so many other teenagers making rock and metal. It was really, really awesome. My life this year has been about finding communities that love music and storytelling. So overall, as as an emerging artist, it's a total boost to find friends and a community because it's pretty hard to find anywhere, but especially, you know, sorry, it's hard to find anywhere teens that are into rock and metal and play it and want to form a band and want to write it at this level. So it was really awesome because they were all just kind of congregated together and it was like, ooh, drummer, bass player, guitarist, singer.
Nice. Speaking of moving forward, have you sat down with people and mapped out your next steps, or are you just sort of having fun at the moment and taking it as it comes?
That's a great question. I would say the answer is somewhere in the middle. I don't get anywhere without goals, is what I would say. So my goal is to have a 4 song EP out in 3 years. And having done a single, I think I'm much better prepared to think about an EP. I'd also like to, join a thrash power metal band in the next year. And, the journey of who I am and who I am with my guitar, it's kind of had like a natural cadence and it really feels good. So just, finding those next steps and really thinking about them alongside. But in the end, I still have to go to school and do a lot of homework. And that really cuts into my guitar time. But I'm just getting started and it's exciting to be here.
Fantastic, Vox. Well, it's been an absolute pleasure getting to know you, brother. The song Overkill is out now. And like I say, you get past the fact that it's a 13-year-old kid playing it. It's a damn fine song, no matter who's playing it, mate. So best of luck with everything in the future. And I have a feeling we shall talk again.
I would love to. Thank you so much for your time.